that we will Guys, this webinar series called The Rise is built on Madani Bay's promise of world-class transformation. Madani Bay continues to rise and build a vision of a world-class lifestyle destination that will make Cebu and the entire country proud. Now, in this 8th episode of our webinar series, we will be learning about what's in and out in the world of interior design. Our speaker for today is top-notch in his field. He is a full member of the Hong Kong Interior Design Association. He finished his Bachelor of Science, first honors in architecture in Royal Institute of British Architects Part 1 and 2 at the University of London. Currently, he is the director of PTang Studios Ltd, a multi-awarded and world-renowned interior design firm based in Hong Kong. Established in 1997, PTang Studios Ltd engages in a diverse scope of projects, ranging from small-scale residential, show-flat design to large-scale commercial works, like corporate headquarters and movie launching functions. As a professional consultant, they engage in a wide range of projects in Hong Kong,
Wake up every morning as the sun starts shining through. Every day a new adventure waits for me and you. Can you feel it bursting, that yearning deep inside? Ain't it great to be alive? Now is the time, now is your time to follow your heart and follow your dreams. Live your passion, that's how it should be. To follow your heart, starting today. Live your passion and love life and...
Good morning once again, everyone. We sincerely apologize for some technical difficulties, but right now we are back. And guys, in this 8th episode of our webinar series, we will be learning about the what's in and out in the world of interior design. I am truly excited for our speaker for today. We have mentioned his name countless of times in the past webinar series. And of course, our speaker for today, guys, is top notch in his field. He is the member of the Hong Kong Interior Design Association. He finished his Bachelor of Science. First honors in architecture in Royal Institute of British Architects, Part 1 and 2 at the University of London. He is currently he is the director of PTang Studios Ltd, a multi-awarded and world-renowned interior design firm based in Hong Kong. Established in 1997, PTang Studios Ltd engages in a diverse scope of projects, ranging from small-scale residential show flat design to large-scale commercial works like corporate headquarters and movie launching functions. As a professional consultant, they engage in a wide range of projects in Hong Kong, China, Japan, UK, and the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, to share with us about trends in interior design, let us all welcome Mr. Philip Tang.
Hi. Hi, good morning, everyone. Okay. Hi, how are you? Good morning, everyone. So today we are talking about what is the interior trend for next year. So we using all our past projects example as a reference. So we're going to show you some tips or helpful information for you guys, and then see whether you can get something out of this. Okay. So basically, what is the interior design trend for 2022 to 2023? Basically, we divided to 5 different categories. The first category is the multifunction space. Okay, since the pandemic happened for the last basically almost 1.5 years, when we're doing interior design, we need more flexibilities. So basically, we're not only using a living room as a living room. Now we kind of mixing the multi-function space together in one space. For example, living, dining, cooking into one space. Or examples like we kind of like show you kind of like how we're doing it. It's like when we're doing a project in Singapore, okay, so basically we put kind of a living, dining, cooking together into one space, so it's more flexibility. People can use this space like for dining, discussions or even exhibitions and gathering together as a party room. So basically it's like when we're doing interior design nowadays, and then so we need more flexibility and kind of like, for example, we put kitchens and then living rooms and dining rooms together. And sometimes we try to be using decorations as a partitions. So you have one space, but using a simple partitions, decorations, partitions, and then so you have like a study room and a living room. So the space is still one space, and then you have free flow of circulations. But, okay. So, and then there's another example, we put everything in one space. For example, a bar area, a dining and living. So it's much easier, people can use everything within one space. So this is kind of example, we did a house in Hong Kong. Okay, so example to give you kind of a small, using decorative elements to put one space become two, using a partial divisions, for example, partition, glass partitions wall. So you see, you can see in the photograph, and we're using a glass as the partitions. So we can enclose a bathroom in the master bedrooms. Okay. And this is another example for another bedrooms. So a glass, and then so you see the free flow of one space, and then we using glass partitions, become two space. Basically, the second biggest trend is organic. What is organic? Basically, we're using organic materials and even a form or shape. Because the pandemic, and then everyone really concerned about health, and then when we're doing design, we want something really kind of look organic as well as touch and feel organic as well. So basically organic gestures and forms and then materials, we try to use it as not only the touch and feel and then the look of it as well. So this is an example, we're using organic gestures and form to create a really liquid curve, ribbon, dynamic space. This is a clinic we did last year in Hong Kong. The concept basically is about the waters and skin. So this is some of the details of the clinic. This is kind of the doctor's room, consultation room. We're using a curved glass, using it as a partitions. And then this is the makeup room when you finish all your treatment. This is kind of the room at the end, so you put your makeup back on. So this is some of the consultation room and treatment room within the clinic. And then this is another half of the clinic because they have a kids sections. So basically the concept's still the same, but using a more colorful, vibrant design. So this is a kids clinic for children. So this is basically the children's consultation rooms and the children injection room. Okay. And then we actually, PTang Studio, not only doing projects in Hong Kong, Philippines, and then we basically, with Hong Kong Land, we did projects in last year. Luckily, before the pandemic, we finished a project in KL in Malaysia. So in Malaysia, in this sales gallery project, we use a lot of natural materials. For example, we use lots of bamboo because it's one of the popular materials in Malaysia. And then basically we try to bring in the inside the landscape, sunlight. We try to do an eco building. So basically everything is like we have to think about the sunlight, the kind of the courtyard effect. So basically everything is kind of like generally lit up. So at night, this is the kind of showing you from the outside looking in to the sales gallery. Okay. And then the number 3 is the new minimalism. Basically, minimalism is something is clean looking, clinical, and then everything's look really organized. So you don't have less. Basically, we design with the less design elements. Everything have to be very neat and clean. This is the good way to put everything together, organize your living room and bedroom space. Okay. We show you as a show house in Hong Kong to try to show you the kind of the new minimalism as an example. So this is the show unit we finished last year in Hong Kong, and this is another award-winning show unit. Actually, this is one of the show unit we won 3 awards in International Property Award. This is one of the best show unit in Hong Kong. So basically this unit is kind of quite small. It's only around 600 feet. So basically what we are looking at is on the screen is the dining area. Basically, we only using one materials. Is everything on the walls, and then is synthetic leather. So basically, it's vinyl. You can clean it. It's easily to clean and then maintain. So this is the look of the TV wall and the TV cabinet, and then. This is the master bedrooms. So we're using exactly the same materials as the living room, basically all run through one materials. And then this is the study area. And we're using the same materials, but using a different technique. We're using a 3D kind of like emboss on the wall. So to make it more kind of like as a feature. Okay. PTang Studio not only doing residential projects, we also doing a commercial with a high contrast design elements, and then commercial projects like we did a catches restaurants in Central for Hong Kong Land. This is the restaurants we finished last year. So this is some of the look of the restaurants. And the bar area of the restaurants. And then some details of the restaurants. Okay, now we're talking about re-identified materials possibilities. Materials nowadays, because it's so advanced, we have all materials and then we kind of don't know what are they. For example, in these photographs, when you look at the ceiling, it's kind of look like water, but actually the whole ceiling is a metal stainless steel ceiling. So it's kind of, we just, because with the high tech and then we can use all the material to making all different shape and forms to create what we like. So we try to using materials in a different modern we identified way. For example, we're going to show you one of our strong, exciting project we did last year with another Hong Kong developer. The project is the Campton. The Campton is a single residential tower. This one, what we're looking at is the sales gallery in Hong Kong. So this is basically is the entrance. On the wall and all the wall materials is stainless steel. And then, so basically what we're looking at is a tunnel. The tunnel is basically is the entrance area. Basically walk through the tunnel and then you go inside to the main sales gallery. So this is the look of the sales gallery. Okay. So for example, and then we can use something very soft materials as very strong partitions. For example, all the walls here, all the screen are fabrics. And then we're using the fabric as a curved fabric, as a partition wall to divide it, this beautiful lounge, what we designed for Hong Kong Land. This is basically is a VIP lounge we finished last year. It's called Bespoke Lounge. So in this lounge, we're using lots of fabrics. For example, on the wall, actually, we have a French artist using hand-painted fabric panels on the walls. And then we also have a leather 3D walls we handcrafted as well. So this, we're using a soft materials as a very strong expressions. The last one we want to talk about is recreation zone. Why we having a recreation zone at home now is a trend. I just think because since the social distance nowadays, we cannot go out all the time. So basically what we need to have fun, we need to relax at home. So now we all want a kind of a recreation area at home. Basically, it's like, for example, if we're lucky have a big kids rooms and then we can decorate the kids room as a playground. And then this is one of the projects we did in Bangkok last year. So basically the kids room can be very playful. So we can put multifunction in the room. For example, we can have a study desk, a bed, and even the play area for the kid for playing and then tanning and then camping as well. So I think this is one of the good examples. We put everything into one room, and then as a recreation room, as a playground, and a bedroom, and a study area as well. Of course, if we are lucky, and then we can also have a very good high-tech home theater at home. This is the project actually is a Mandalay Bay, the Mandalay Bay Sales Gallery. This is the video gallery, I think. So we also can have snooker room and then bar area at home. This is so popular nowadays because people cannot go home to play snookers, and then why don't you bring your snooker table home? And then of course, if we have space, and then we can put a bar next to a snooker room. And then if we are lucky, we have a small garden or terrace at home. Always we're gonna have a nice outdoor dining area, swing chairs, and then as a part of the recreation area. So people can enjoy fresh air and then at home. I think this is one of the most dreaming projects we did for another show home in Hong Kong last year. And then that's what we're having for you guys for today.
Thank you so much, Mr. Philip Tang, for the very interesting presentation. And thank you so much for showing us your beautiful designs. I am really inspired to, rearrange my rooms, especially when you showed me that kiddie playground. I'm thinking of a lot of ways to rearrange my baby's playroom. And I'm sure some of our viewers as well are now feeling inspired to make some improvements in their homes and apartments. And to all of you, if you have questions as well, please type them in our Q&A panel in Zoom. And if you're watching via Facebook, feel free to comment your questions or send us a private message, and we will try to answer them later in our panel discussion. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Philip Tang. Ladies and gentlemen, this RISE webinar series is presented to you by Mandani Bay. Now, Mandani Bay is a world-class 20-hectare waterfront township development strategically located along the Mactan Channel in Mandaue City, Cebu. Mandani Bay's newest residential tower, Mandani Bay Key Tower 3, offers fully furnished studio and one-bedroom units. It also offers the development's first fully furnished units that still allow for personalization and provide buyers with more room for flexibility. To learn more about Mandani Bay, let's all watch this.
This is Mandani Bay Key, the first mixed-use enclave in Mandani Bay, Asia's next waterfront destination. Located along F. East Willig Avenue in Mandaue City, Mandani Bay Key gives its homeowners maximum access to and from the city. The enclave has 3 residential buildings, 1 office tower, and at the center, the active zone. Its exclusive amenity deck filled with outdoor spaces and features that help tenants keep an active, healthy lifestyle. Mandani Bay Key completes its 4-tower cluster with a new residential building, Mandani Bay Key Tower 3. This tower, which offers a beautiful view of the sunset, has 36 floors. The ground level holds the residential lobby and is host to retail. Ground level parking is for retail customers and visitors, and the basement and second levels are for residents. 27 levels are dedicated to the residential units. These residences are classified into standard, garden, and penthouse. The penthouse units are the biggest units and offer the most expansive views. The garden units each have an outdoor space that can be used to create a garden or alfresco dining area. The standard units, studio, studio plus, and one-bedroom residences are fully furnished. This is a first in Mandani Bay. The living, dining, bedroom, kitchen, and toilet and bath areas of these units are designed by PTang Studios Ltd, award-winning Hong Kong-based interior planner known for developing luxury living and commercial spaces in Asia. The fully furnished units will have a smart TV with rack, dining set, and bed with mattress and bedside tables, among others. With a designer, life-ready home at Mandani Bay Key Tower 3, a resident simply has to move in when their unit is ready. For those who want more freedom to customize their space, 2-bedroom and bigger units are handed over semi-furnished. The fully furnished homes at Mandani Bay Key Tower 3 are not the only first in the new property. Developer HT Land enriches life in the community through a dedicated app that activates advanced accessibility features. With just one tap, a resident can book amenities, settle property fees, manage visitor access, and control their main door's Bluetooth lock set. These advancements at home deepen the way a resident experiences the benefits of living in Mandani Bay's expansive master plan community. Never has condo living in Cebu been this exclusive, secure, and elegant. Embrace seamless, elevated urban living in a world-class lifestyle destination through Mandani Bay Key Tower 3.
All right, that was Mandani Bay Key Tower 3. Truly a complete lifestyle destination. Your dream community in the metro where you can have everything you need for a safe, convenient, and luxury living. And to tell us more about Mandani Bay and what it has to offer, we are joined by our second speaker who earned his bachelor's and master's degree in business management at the University of the Philippines, Cebu. He also worked for 13 years with 3M Philippines, handling a national post. A licensed broker and an avid financial and real estate investor himself. Currently, he is the Assistant Vice President of HT Land Incorporated, the developer of Mandani Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Mr. Audie Villa.
Hello, good morning everyone. Good morning OJ, and thank you for that introduction. Of course, we're here again. We're going to be presenting to you Mandani Bay. But before I go to that, let me just say this, OJ, that I am very thrilled actually to have today as the first speaker, Mr. Philip Tang, because he doesn't know this, but I'm one of his biggest fans. You know, when we started Mandani Bay 6 years back, and then we unveiled the show flats and the show gallery. Eventually, we garnered 9 international awards for that, mainly because of him, because of his design. So it's such an honor for me to have him today. In fact, my personal experience, you know that I'm into investing as well, real estate investment. And I've always said in my investment talks, my prior investment talks, that, you know, one lesson that we learn in real estate investment is to not scrimp on your interior design expenses, because it will really help you rent out or sell out your unit fast. My personal experience, 3 of my units, I got inspiration from Philip Tang's design in our showroom. And I'm gonna tell you, in a matter of 2 to 3 months, those units were either sold or rented. So it's probably just shows that how nice, how, you know, the market really appreciate luxurious, classic designs and modern designs as well by PTang Studios. All right, so now, of course, I'm here again. I'm going to show you Mandani Bay. This time around, we always say that Mandani Bay is world-class. It's going to be the leader in turning Cebu into a world-class lifestyle destination. But I'm also going to show you a different angle of Mandani Bay. You know, for the past months, we've been through lockdowns. We've, of course, everyone has experienced a pandemic. We've done something with Mandani Bay to really make it pandemic-proof moving forward. So I'm going to be showing you that angle of Mandani Bay. Why it is, I will say, the best project in Cebu, which is ready and best suited after the pandemic. Okay, but before that, I'm going to show you who are the people behind Mandani Bay, right? A short video of Hong Kong Land.
Hong Kong Land is one of Asia's leading property investment, management and development groups, with an esteemed reputation for creating premium quality office and retail buildings and upscale properties for residential and hospitality. Its vision centers upon the four land concepts of success, prosperity, inspiration and opportunity. The company was incorporated on the 2nd of March 1889. It created Central Hong Kong and is the single largest landlord with 12 interconnected Grade A buildings that span over 450,000 square meters of prime commercial space. A dynamic landscape that has become its land of success. Hong Kong Land's portfolio in Central, one of Asia's leading central business districts, attracts the world's foremost companies and luxury brands. This is epitomized at Landmark, the leader of luxury urban living with a heritage for prestigious shopping, dining, and lifestyle experiences. This success in Hong Kong has spurred the company to expand its footprint in Asia through the land of prosperity. In Singapore, the company has developed premium Grade A commercial and residential spaces at Marina Bay Financial Centre, One Raffles Link, and CityLink Mall, and has built some of the city's luxury residential properties. In Jakarta, the company owns a portfolio of prime offices and upscale residential buildings. In mainland China's key cities like Beijing, Shanghai, Chengdu, and Chongqing, the company is developing high-quality residential properties and is the name behind one of Macau's prestigious developments. The company's land of inspiration is brought to life through sustainability programs. By publicly displaying its valuable art collection, through innovative ideas and improvements, and iconic architectural designs. The land of opportunity is where Hong Kong Land creates value and opportunities for its tenants and buyers through world-class quality management and services. Hong Kong Land is embarking upon the future with upcoming plans that will enhance the region's key central business districts. From its roots in Hong Kong, it owns a growing portfolio across Asia. This innovative vision as a premium quality developer, together with the traditions of partnership, integrity and excellence, will guide Hong Kong Land as it continues developing for tomorrow and beyond.
Okay, so as you can see, the developer of Mandani Bay is Hong Kong Land. It's not just in Hong Kong, guys. It's all over Asia, Singapore, Macau, China, of course, here in the Philippines. In the Philippines, Mandani Bay is not even the first project. It's not the first development. The very first one is in Makati. It's a 1 and 2 Rojas towers, and it's now completely sold out. So we're very thrilled to have this player, one of the biggest in Asia, come to Cebu, which personally makes me believe that we could really do this vision of transforming Cebu into a world-class lifestyle destination, because the developer in itself has proven that they could do world-class projects all over Asia. So as I've said, when we started this project 6 years back, all of the executives sat on the table and we decided we have to have a vision for this project. This is not a one-time project. This is not 1, 2 buildings. We're creating a township here. So there was a vision as well behind the project. And of course, that vision, as I've said, is to be the leader in transforming Cebu into a world-class lifestyle destination. Cebu has always been known as a tourist destination. In fact, in 2020, it was the top island in the world, the best island in the world. But it has never been known as a lifestyle destination. That's why Mandani Bay, that's going to be the vision right there. So a lot of you are asking, what really is Mandani Bay? It's a township, but more than a township, it is a 20-hectare waterfront mixed-use community. So 20 hectare, if you've been to Cebu IT Park, it's almost as big as that. But the unique thing about this one is it's fronting the water. It's fronting the Mactan Channel. And it's going to be mixed use. So do not think that it's going to be just purely condos. It's going to be mixed use. So you could live, work, and play here as well. And of course, as I've said, it's going to be truly world-class. When I say mixed use, as I've said earlier, the nice thing about Mandani Bay is, you know, the phrase live, work, and play has always been there. But here, there's a lot of playing that a resident could do here. Because while most townships would just have condos and offices, there's a big component in Mandani Bay, which is recreational. So if you notice, there will be residential towers, there will be office towers as well, okay? But these elements, like the green promenade, which I'm gonna show you later, and the waterfront boardwalk, these are all recreational elements that not only the public can enjoy, also, of course, the residents can enjoy. Okay? There will also be a hotel. There will also be a mall. And if you really think about it, that whole Mandani Bay right there, the ground floor and the second floor will all be outdoor retail. And talking about outdoors, of course, outdoor is a trend lately because of this pandemic. It's a lot safer to be shopping here in Mandani Bay because of the outdoors that it provides. All right, another view of Mandani Bay. We will be building 20 towers in total. Of course, to really make this world-class, we have to make sure as well that we engage with consultants, which are also world-class on its own. So there's Parsons, which gave us a lot of input with regards to traffic management, because it's a big development. We don't want to add to the traffic in Cebu. So we have to consult Parsons for that. Environmental sustainability, because of course we are just along the Mactan Channel. We have to make sure it will stay clean, and it will, in the future, there will be no pollution. Landscape architect, we've engaged Cohen and lately ALN from Hong Kong. Of course, PTang, our speaker earlier, always been our interior designer for the projects. And of course, as I've said earlier, he has, because of that, our show gallery, our showroom has garnered 9 international awards for design. For the retail, we got RTKL, project architect is IDEA, and of course our master planner is from Sydney, Australia, that's Crone Architects, who has a lot of projects in Australia and North America as well. Okay, so going back to what I've said earlier, we have from the very beginning always envisioned that Mandani Bay will be world-class. It's something that you will see when you travel abroad. You see a lot of this really world-class development. That is the vision right here. But we also are ensuring that Mandani Bay will also be best suited during post-pandemic. We've learned a lot during the pandemic, safety protocols that we need to implement. We are continuously learning, and we are placing that, applying that in our project as well. So let me share with you what are these real estate post-pandemic trends that a lot of the market, not only in the Philippines, are looking for when they hunt for properties to buy. And number one, location matters even more than before. Of course, before they say location, location, location. When you buy a real estate, get something that is on a prime location. But because of the pandemic, we have also learned importance to be near and proximate and be accessible to facilities like medical care, like a hospital or supermarkets or pharmacies, right? So it is even more important right during the post-pandemic era. If we take a look at Mandani Bay, where is that located? It's at the very heart of Mandaue City. It's along the North Reclamation Area, which, by the way, will be renamed into the Mandaue Central Business District. But take a look at the vicinity of Mandani Bay. It's a developed area now, right? CDU, that's Cebu Doctors University, just right across. It's one of Cebu's biggest university. There is also an international school right beside Mandani Bay. That's Singapore International School. For the retirees who want near or close access to hospitals, there's UCM or UC Med, Chongwa, Mandaue International Hospital. These two are internationally accredited hospitals as well. Our commercial spaces like Bai Hotel and Park Mall. There's also SM nearby. Well, the Cebu Business Park or the CBD of Cebu City is just 15-20 minutes away, as well as the IT Park, another business district of Cebu City. The Cebu International Port are a few minutes away as well, and the Mactan International Airport, which is the main airport of Cebu, is just around 20-25 minutes away. And later on, let's park this. Remember, I'm telling you, the airport is 20 to 25 minutes away, but I'm also going to be showing you a project, an infrastructure project in Cebu, which will cut the drive from Mandani Bay to MCIAA to as low as 5 minutes. Hold on to that. I'm gonna reveal to you that in a short while. Trend number 2, the need for bigger spaces. Of course, when everyone was locked down, we realized, oh my God, our space, the unit that we live in is too small. We cannot do work from home here. And most of the time we're stuck there. So a lot of us realize it's too small. With Mandani Bay, we offer bigger spaces to live in. Studio, for example, in Cebu right now, if you're hunting for a studio unit, the market would offer you a 20 square meter or maybe as big as 24 square meter studio unit. But in Mandani Bay, the smallest studio is 29.75 square meters. And the biggest is around, there's even a 42 square meter studio unit. Yeah, a garden studio. So we make sure that the spaces are bigger for, of course, the residents to enjoy. Even the toilets that we have, if you compare this with the other condo projects here, there's more space on the toilets. And number 3, working from home, of course, or WFH. That's the new normal right now. In fact, now I'm talking to you from home. So, of course, the problem with working from home, and especially if you have an open layout home, is that distracting noises, like noises from your pets or from your neighbors or even from your kids, that could be heard on the other line or to the people that who are listening to you, right? So what we've done in Mandani Bay is we've created some spaces like this one. This is a 2-bedroom unit in Mandani Bay Key Towers 2 and 3. We've carved out a special space which you could turn into an office, and that's enclosed. You could place a door there, like this one here. You could place a door and enclose that so that distracting noises will be minimized, if not eliminated. So you could work from home, you could Zoom, you could do Teams or Google Meet without any distraction. 4th trend, flexible spaces for work and play. And this, Mr. Philip Tang has included in his presentation that the trend now, because everyone's locked down and we cannot go out, we bring the playground in our very unit, right? And especially a lot of Filipinos, we love cooking, but the problems living in a condo is it's very hard to cook when you only have a very small counter, a very small cooking preparation area. that is something that Mandani Bay has addressed. So take a look at that kitchen right there. It's good enough space for you to do actual real cooking. No, we give spaces for you to do more bigger spaces for you to bring your playground inside your unit as well. And of course, look at that picture right there. Bigger kitchen for you to do your cooking, right? And if cooking is not your forte, you could just go down to the podium level and all of the amenities are there for you to use. Think of it this way. Mandani Bay, if you have a residential unit here, a condo here, you are not just limited to the amenities of your own podium area. The other podiums, there are also communal amenities that you could use. So imagine that 20 hectare that you have is for you to enjoy. Another trend, of course, people who are hunting for properties are going online. They have been going online before, but it has not been as prevalent as during the pandemic. So we also made sure in Mandani Bay that you could easily transact online, even do reservation online. If you're hunting properties, you could go to our website, mandanibay.com. You could even have panoramic tours without physically being in our showroom. Okay, I'm going to show you this. So you go to our website, mandanibay.com/stories. You could click on the bullets here, and whatever you want to see, either the show flat or the amenities or the light-set spaces, you could just click on the links here. So let me give you a short tour. Like, if you want to see how where Mandani Bay is and what are the adjacent developments, you could use this. And this will tilt 360 degrees. Look at that. You will see the streets. You will see the different establishments which are nearby. All right. Look at that. Mandani Bay is really right along Mactan Channel. So which gives it really, really great views, right? So let me go to another, okay. It's going to be loading for a while, but I'm going to show you this time the Green Promenade, which is one of the key elements of Mandani Bay. This is one that will set Mandani Bay different from the other projects. That Green Promenade right there that you see is a half a kilometer or 500-meter long of a park. And what's so good about that is beside that park, or along that park rather, there would be a lot of commercial establishments, restaurant, cafe, shops that you could enjoy. So imagine yourself jogging in the at the Green Promenade, then you suddenly get thirsty. There's always a cafe nearby so you could get your refreshments, all right? So a closer look of the Green Promenade. Look at that. Okay, and maybe I'll show you another one more thing, one more link rather, or two more links. In the amenity area, we always boast in Mandani Bay how nice the amenity and how big the amenities are. So this I'm showing you now is the amenity area of our phase 1 Mandani Bay Suites. And if you think this is big, wait till you go to phase 2, which is Mandani Bay Key, because the size of the amenity area there is twice as big as phase 1. Right? So look at that, very, very nice. Some units that you see here, you see these units right here, these are garden units. And the unique thing about these units is that they have direct access to the amenity area. You don't have to go to the elevator hallway to go to the amenity area. From your unit, you have a door and you could go directly. If you want to swim, you could just walk to the swimming pool from your unit. Right? And you see this part right here, that is the portal that will lead you to the footbridge that will lead you to the other podiums. Remember, the amenity that you see here is not just it. You will have more amenities that you could use. And how to go there? You pass by this portal right here, which will lead you to the footbridges. There's one, and there's also another one right here. Okay. Maybe I'll show you one last link. Let's go to the waterfront. Okay. One of Mandani Bay's highlight, really, because it is along Mactan Channel, is the boardwalk that we are going to create. And by the way, this boardwalk, this is already ongoing development. By next year, a lot of the Cebuanos, I'm going to tell you, are going to be thrilled because they could now enjoy this boardwalk in the next few months. Of course, part of the plan is when we're able to find an operator for the marina, there shall also be a marina there. Okay, so you could dock your yachts, your speedboats. There you go. And the nice thing about this boardwalk, of course, on the side, there will also be retail shops, cafes, lounges, and restaurants. Okay, so there you go. Let me go back to my main slide now. So that's what we mean by, hunting property online. You could do that with Mandani Bay, right? Number 6, more outdoor amenities. I've shown you outdoors, but there are more to that. Mandani Bay, each of the phase will have an exclusive gym, but we've also provided not only indoor gyms, but outdoor fitness playgrounds as well, not only for kids, but also for adults. So as I've said earlier, Mandani Bay Key has the biggest amenity area. And look at this. The pool that we have here is 50-meter long. That's an Olympic-sized pool. Okay? And it will not only have one pool, it will have 3 pools. Like on the top, you'll see right here, this is the lounge pool and a kiddie pool as well. And all of this structure right here, that will be the clubhouse. It will house a badminton court, an indoor basketball court, and function rooms, right? Here you see playgrounds for adults and for kids as well, right? So a lot. So imagine if you have a unit in Mandani Bay, you don't even need to buy a membership from all these clubs like, Casino Espanol or City Sports Club, because here you will even have more amenities to choose from or to use, right? The playground and outdoor fitness, these are actual photos of MBS, although I'm gonna tell you, these are still not done, ongoing finishing here. And these are photos of the playground as well. Notice that a lot of that will be landscape, more greens as well. Okay. And those are for the residents. The public could also enjoy the amenities at the ground level. As I said, we will have a boardwalk and green promenade or a park. So because a lot of anxiety was brought by the pandemic, people got more anxious. The trend moving forward with real estate is we have to be able to live in a place where it's greener, quote unquote, no? To improve our well-being. So with Mandani Bay, as shown you earlier, a lot of the developments, especially the podium area, will be really landscape. In fact, what Mr. Philip Tang said earlier, biophilic designs or use of organic materials is also very in right now. So it doesn't have to end at the outdoor area. You could also bring the greens inside your unit as well. Photo of this was taken 2 months back, and they've already started planting trees and greening the amenity areas. In Mandani Bay Suites alone, we have planted almost 200 trees. And imagine when all of that have grown, these will all be lush, right? Talking about greening, I'm proud to say that Mandani Bay also received the 4-star Berkeley rating for being the first green building in the Visayas. When we say green, in short, it's energy efficient. So if you live in Mandani Bay, expect that you'd be paying less with your deco bills or water bills compared to living in other developments, because here we made sure all of the green elements are applied. And talking about well-being, of course, great views would help you tone your anxiety. So in Mandani Bay, if you talk about views, amazing views, right? Of course, we have sea views to choose from, but I'm also happy to tell you that Mandani Bay is not just all about sea views. Other units facing the amenity, we call this the resort view. Because if you have units here, it's as if you're living in a resort. You will see a lot of lush landscaping, the pools, and all of that. We also have units in Mandani Bay which is facing the green promenade, which are facing the green promenade or the park. So if you want a park view, you also have that. Just ask or inquire from your sellers which units are these. Trend number 8, community living and townships. Because realistically, it's going to be difficult living in a standalone building or condo, especially if you've experienced the pandemic. Now I'm living in a small township, but I used to live in a standalone building. So imagine the challenge and the difficulty that I had when I had to buy groceries, and there were mobility issues because, taxis and vehicular mobility are limited during the pandemic. So now the trend is really live in a township, because why? You could just walk down the street, and a few meters away from your unit, you will already have all these facilities like, again, cafes, convenience stores, fitness centers. Everything is a stone throw away. But of course, that is exactly what Mandani Bay is. Everything is a stone throw away. If you live in this tower, for example, and you want some groceries, you just go down the ground, get some groceries. If you want to enjoy a cup of tea, you just probably cross the street and there's a cafe for you right there. All of these are there for you to enjoy. And to make sure that the 20 hectare will be easy to navigate, of course, we provided footbridges for the residents and for the shoppers. So the residents use this footbridge right here. And below this, there's another footbridge. Those are for shoppers. Why? Because the ground floor and the second floor are shopping areas. As I've said, this is going to be a huge outdoor mall. Okay? But remember that from the podium going up to the towers, that will be exclusively for residents. Right? And of course, their guests. I'm just showing you a picture of the retail area, part of the retail area of Mandani Bay, currently being boarded up. We're already accepting letters of intent for those tenants and merchants who want to hold their business here. So if you're interested in that as well, talk to your sellers. You could send us a letter of intent to hold business here. Okay. Trend number 9 is digitization. Of course, social distancing is very, very in. It's gonna even last even after the pandemic, right? So to make sure that there will be less physical interaction with people, we've digitized some of the features that we have. For example, the lock sets of Mandani Bay Key Tower 3. Instead of using your traditional key to open your doors, you just now use your phone, tap that to the lock set, and your door will open. Also, just to give you an example, if you have a guest you want to give access your unit to, then you don't need to hand to your guest a physical key. You just create a QR code using your phone, okay? Create a QR code and then send that QR code to your guests, maybe through Viber, Messenger, and that guest of yours could have an exclusive access to your unit without you having to physically give him the key, right? Also giving community app to all our residents. And the very nice thing about this app is because having lived in condos, this is my 4th condo right now, I always have to interact with the property management office. So I interact with people almost on a monthly basis because why? I have to pay my condo dues. I have to book schedules for the amenity areas. But with the community app, you do everything through your phone. So you have that option. You don't have to go to the offices and meet people to minimize, of course, getting infected with the virus, right? So you could pay your bills here, your utilities, your condo dues, you could book amenities, everything is just to do through your phone. And if you pay your bills here, you would also gain loyalty points, which you could use at the shops that we will have in Mandani Bay. Right? And lastly, of course, safety. Safety cannot be exaggerated anymore, because we've been through more than a year of pandemic, and we have to make sure now that we wear masks, we wear face shields. We're also doing our part in Mandani Bay to really make sure the development is safe. Just to give you an example, we planned Mandani Bay, of course, we planned on providing our residents high-speed elevators. But because the pandemic happened, since elevators are in closed spaces, we have to make sure these are spaces that will be safe for residents to share, right? So the elevators that we have right now are equipped with air purifiers to make sure that even if you have other residents with you there, the air inside the elevators are clean, right? So these are some of the few safety measures that we've implemented within the buildings of Mandani Bay. So now I'm just showing you the progress. This is Mandani Bay Suites, our first phase, and this is already 100% sold out, okay? So we launched this in 2016, and by next month, we're already turning this over to our residents. So what you see right there is the facade. The glass area right there is the gym. So imagine a very nice gym overlooking the Mactan Channel. And that is the drop-off area right there. Very luxurious. It feels like you live in a hotel. You have a really nice drop-off area, well-lighted, very luxurious. And the lobbies highlighted by a chandelier made of kapis and LEDs. Okay. The flooring there are natural granite, natural stones rather, and the walls are cladded with natural wood as well. So you won't see any concrete here, just merely painted. It's either we clad it with natural wood or wallpapers, or some are even treated with fabric wall coverings. Okay, and this is the hallway of the residential area, very well lit and natural ventilation. A few updates, the ramp to the second floor is already ready. Even the parking area already, look at that. The parking area, the flooring, it's not just raw concrete. There's a treatment on top of the concrete to really make it look clean and neat. Okay. And the amenity deck, we've already finished tiling the pools. So notice it will have a really nice and interesting look to it once water is already there. The multi-purpose hall, trees are beginning to grow, and the gym is almost, it's currently being constructed right now. So probably by fourth quarter, the gym will already be open. Okay, a few more pictures. The lift lobby of Tower 1 of MBS and the hallways. Okay, and for Tower 2 as well. So notice some of the units would actually have unblocked view of the sea, like this one. Okay. So I'm going to show you now short video of what really we're going to hand over to our buyers, to our customers here in Mandani Bay, just to give you an idea what we mean by world class. So that was Mandani Bay Suites. As I've said, phase one. Now, Mandani Bay Key, which is phase two, which is currently what the sellers and the brokers are pre-selling right now, is this project right here. It's a 4-tower project and 3 of which are residential. Tower 1 is 100% sold out, so don't buy from that anymore. But Tower 2 is 97% sold out, so there are a few units left. And Tower 2 are semi-furnished units. And Tower 3, which is the latest tower, is 35% sold out. So you have a few units you really could choose from. And these are fully furnished units. The furnitures are also designed by PTang himself. Now, One Mandani Bay, which is our very first corporate tower, is 75% sold out. So if you're also looking for other types of investment, not just residential condos, we also offer office spaces, which you could either use for your own company, for your own business, or you could rent out to corporations and companies. And progress of MBQ phase 2 studium is done, and Tower 1 and 2 are already at the 7th floor, while Towers 3 and 4, the latest tower of residential, which is Tower 3, and Tower 4 is the office tower, are already at the 5th level. So as a buyer myself here, I'm very confident that of this project because construction is already really on a full blast. Even despite the pandemic, there was even work going on in the construction area. Okay. There are already overhead protection being placed to make sure it's really completely safe for people to pass through. And precast facades is already being installed as well. We're using the T2 Max system. And as you can see here, facades, the precast facade are already being installed. And there are also now masonry works at the podium area as well. Okay. So that is Mandani Bay Key, the phase 2 of Mandani Bay development. Few more photos. This is Tower 3. As I had said earlier, this is going to be delivered to the buyer, fully furnished, digitized, and designer. Right? So when we say fully furnished, refrigerator, all the appliances like the TV, refrigerator, washer, range hood, cooktop will be provided for. Even the furniture, like the tables, the beds, the sofas, that will be provided for as well. And this is already digitized, meaning to say the Bluetooth lock set that I've shown you is already part of this one as well as the community app. Right? And the office tower right there, what we call One Mandani Bay, it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be one of the most iconic building in Cebu. That design that you see at the facade of the tower, we call that the riverbend design. And that will be lighted during nighttime together with the crown area to really make One Mandani Bay pop out. So everyone will know where and what One Mandani Bay is. There will even be a huge LED billboard, which we will place. And the reason behind that is study shows that if the office building is very well known, that address is very well known, or people know where that building is, then the unit owners here could command a higher rental rate from their tenants because it's a very well-known building. Okay? And this is grade A building, so you can see a lot of glass here, not just concrete in the materials that we're using. The lobby will be one of the biggest lobbies in Cebu. This is 500 square meters big. And notice as well that it's going to be connected to a lounge cafe. Okay, and we will also be placing turnstiles for your added security so that not all guests could immediately go up without even having appointments with you. Okay. Just a few reminders, we have an ongoing promo right now from 25%. We have lowered the equity to 20%. So this is a short-term promo, so I hope you will avail of this because this will be soon back to 25%. So imagine getting a studio unit in Tower 2 or Tower 3. It will now be for as low as 23,000 pesos a month, While before, it used to be 30,000 peso a month. So, but you have to hurry because when the company decides to turn this back to 25% equity, the monthly will be back to 30,000 peso a month. For the office, instead of paying 91,000, it's going to be 72,000 peso a month. So call your sellers, ask them how to avail of this limited promo, right? So that right there is a show gallery. I'm very happy. All of these awards that we've shown here, and thanks to Mr. Philip Tang as well to make it which made sure that we were able to get these awards because of the very nice gallery that we have. Okay. Lastly, a few more slides, which I'm going to show you. I promised that I'm going to show you a quick update on the infrastructure projects in Cebu. But this time around, I'm going to show you not just Cebu, but also Mandaue City. What are these exciting, thrilling projects that we could expect in the next few years? My last presentations, I've shown you, of course, the airport. I said that the airport that we have right now, that very nice airport, is not just going to be the end story of it all, but we will have phase 2 of that, which is a second runway and a third terminal. So all of this is because the goal is to attract more tourists, to attract more traffic here in Cebu. So imagine the next few years, we will have a lot of flights coming and going to Cebu. Okay. Another project is the MCE, the Metro Cebu Expressway, which is already ongoing, and this will be completed by next year. I'm going to show you a quick video of that. And go back. Okay, so that's the Metro Cebu Expressway. Of course, the third bridge, almost done. By next year, this will be open to the public. This will also ease a lot of traffic from the south going to the airport. So instead of vehicles from Binglanilla, Talisay, passing by Cebu City and Mandaue City going to the airport, they will have this alternative route. The integrated transport system is ongoing. I've seen some road widenings happening already so that the bus stations will be accommodated. Okay, so the BRT, the Bus Rapid Transit, the one that you see on top, is so while prices are still low, I think this is the best time to consider getting a unit in Mandani Bay because I'm going to tell you and I'm going to assure you, once this project is already starting, prices are going to go up. All right. This will start, this is currently on developmental study. Funding is already there, and this will be funded by JICA. And by next year, they will start the bidding and construction. This will be completed in January 2028. So a few more pictures of the coastal road. Okay. This is the intersection, the interchange, which will lead to connecting the coastal road to the airport, to the bridge, which will again land to the airport. Okay. As of December, detailed design study has already been ongoing. It will be done by the next quarter, and hopefully bidding for the project will also start. Okay, lastly, here's the whole of Cebu. Within Mandaue City, where Mandani Bay is, there are also projects ongoing. So one are the jeepneys, the modernized jeepneys. So these are not the typical jeepneys that you see. These are modern jeepneys. There will also be new buses that will pass through Mandaue City. Okay, bike lanes and some infrastructure. I'm going to show you. So this one is Inter-Mandaue City modern jeepney route. So notice that Mandani is right there, and there are 2 stops for these modern jeepneys near Mandani Bay. So meaning to say, if you live in Mandani Bay and you don't drive a car, it's going to be an easy commute all through Mandaue City. It will pass by Magikay, it will pass by Pagsabungan, it will also pass by along the main highway of Mandaue. It will also cross Owano Avenue. Okay, that's route 1. Another route will go through Magikay, will pass by Hernan Cortez, and again will go to the main highway of Mandaue and to Owano Avenue as well. And again, as I've said, there will be 2 stops which will be near Mandani Bay, very, very near Mandani Bay. Second project is intra-city. So meaning to say, it's not only just through Mandaue, but will also pass by Cebu City as far as Manalili Street in Cebu City. And this time around, these will not be jeepneys, these will be modern buses. So for Mandaue, modern jeepneys, and for Mandaue and Cebu intra-city route, it will be modern buses. And again, it will also pass by Mandani Bay. Bike lanes are already there. If you to Owano Avenue, and you will see some bike lanes. And a few more infrastructure projects. There's a proposed flyover along Owano Avenue. Okay, Owano Avenue is that main north reclamation highway that we see, that 8-lane road. Okay, and that will cross all through Owano Avenue up to UN Avenue. So imagine that. Okay, so from, let's just say from SM, you could just take that flyover right there, and it will it will lead you to UN Avenue. Then you could go directly to the second bridge, cross to the airport. That's how easy that's going to be. All right. I'm going to leave you with my email just in case you have questions you want to ask me directly. That's my email. Thank you so much, OJ.
Thank you so much to Audie Villa for showing us how Cebu is transforming into a world-class lifestyle destination with Mandani Bay. And of course, we are so excited to see a lot more about what Mandani Bay has to offer and how it sets the bar for a new era of development in the Philippines. Now, among many other things, we're so thrilled to have in Mandani Bay is its first office tower called the One Mandani Bay. One Mandani Bay is a 30-story office tower that will embrace an ecologically responsive design and will showcase energy-efficient features and amenities. To know more about One Mandani Bay, let's all watch this.
Mandani Bay, Southeast Asia's upcoming urban landmark, begins a new chapter. For the first time, the development expands its offerings from luxury living spaces to world-class workspaces. the 20-hectare waterfront lifestyle destination presents its premier office building. A tower whose tenants will enjoy the best nature-embracing aspects of Mandani Bay's completely integrated property. Aspects such as green expanses between structures that promote well-being and pedestrian-first urban planning. This office tower strives to become a globally competitive hub for modern companies. A canopy drop-off/pickup area and driveway serves as the entrance, which is fronted by a garden and elevated 2 meters from street level. The grand lobby preludes to the fine spaces that await within the structure. This welcome area is about 500 square meters and has a cafe lounge and an open gallery for exhibits and other events. Prospective tenants may create their perfect workplace size from approximately 196 modular units. Each cut is ever modifiable and combinable with other units to form bigger spaces. Designed by world-class partners in property development and supervised by a top-ranking property manager, the building keeps with international standards in sustainable modern infrastructure. It is registered with the Building for Ecologically Responsive Design Excellence program, committing the tower to environmentally sensitive construction. It is registered with the Philippine Economic Zone Authority, assuring tenants of the fiscal benefits of Mandani Bay as a special economic zone locator. State-of-the-art. Ecologically responsive. Geared for tomorrow. The future of work in Cebu begins at 1 Mandani Bay.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, 1 Mandani Bay, a world-class tower by Mandani Bay. Right now, we are joined by our speakers for a quick panel discussion. Let's welcome back Mr. Philip Tang and Mr. Audie Villa. Good morning to both of you gentlemen.
Hi.
Morning.
Morning.
Now, to all of our webinar participants and online viewers, if you have questions, please feel free to type them in our Q&A panel or chat box here in Zoom, or by commenting or sending us a private message if you're watching live via Facebook. All right, here we go. Let me just kick off our panel discussion. Sir Philip Tang, it is truly an honor of ours to finally get to talk to you.
Hi, welcome. You're welcome.
Sir Audie and I are fanboys today, and of course, I am experiencing your amazing design here at the Mandani Bay Show Gallery. But I would like to ask, given the new normal, what are the key design elements that you are greatly considering?
I think the new normals, I mean, since we have like the social distance, I mean, the pandemic for last years, and then I think everyone wants to have a quick flexibility at home for doing especially new renovations, because now we need space for home office, like Zoom. And then, so I think nowadays when we're doing interior design, the most important things is flexibility, I think.
All right. Sir Audie, have you, given this new normal, rearranged the design of your room? Have you...
I did not only rearrange, OJ, I moved out of the old condo.
Why was that?
I lived in a one-bedroom unit, okay, during the pandemic. And of course, I have some family members with me as well. So when I do Zooms like this, and of course, I cannot tell them to not talk, stop making noises. That will be heard through my Zoom meetings. So eventually, start of this year, I moved to another unit. It's now a two-bedroom unit. So there's a room where where I am right now. The other room, which is not being used, I'm turning this into my office. So you don't hear a lot of background noises.
Oh, that's great to hear. So you have your own personal private room for work.
Yes. Yes, and just to add on the design, and Philip has shown this in his design, the organic materials. Personally, living in a condo and having all these organic materials, greens, plants, it really eases your anxiety with all what the pandemic is bringing us, this anxiety level. It eases a lot of anxiety. So, yeah.
I totally agree. And Sir Philip, speaking of designs, when you design a room, what is the most important interior design advice can you give to all of our viewers today?
I think depends on the function of the rooms. I mean, for example, the living room, I think the most important for the living room is the layout. I mean, when you like selecting your furnitures, the size of the furnitures is quite important. And then before you buy your furnitures, make sure you just think about your layout, the functions, and kind of the flexibility of the space before you buying anything. And then for bedrooms, I think is somewhere for you to relax. I think it's much easier. I think design a bedroom is something is most important is the bed. I mean, if you have a really good bed and then so have a really not good design of lighting, so I think that should be enough for bedrooms.
Well, for the bedroom, I think it's where we spend most of our time after work, relaxing, enjoying a time with family. Aside from the bed, what are the key elements that you can give to our viewers in considering design? Aside from the bed,
I think for bedrooms,
nice
I think lighting design is the most important. I think you have to have the flexibility for lighting, and then you can dim all your light. Sometimes when you're in your bedroom, you have to read sometimes when you go to sleep and then you don't want to get off the bed, and then you can switch off the light when you sleep before. So I think it's lighting design, it's like where you put your switches. I think those things are quite important to our bedrooms.
Also, basically, we have to consider the activities that we do in the bedroom, like reading, and adjust the interior design to work functionally for our activities. All right. Thank you so much, Sir Philip. And Sir Audie, aside from being the head of sales of Mandani Bay, people know you as an avid financial and real estate investor. Is Mandani Bay in your current investment portfolio? And why is that so?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely Mandani Bay is there. Personally, I feel that this is the best project that we have here in Cebu. I'm very excited. Mandani Bay Suites is going to be handed over next month, and I'm actually going to be living there. Just because the few condo units that I've lived in, I think we could do more of the amenities. Like where I live in, there's a gym, there's a pool, and that's it. But here in Mandani Bay, as you've seen on the pictures that I've shown, there's just so much that you can do here. So, especially in times like this, you're limited to going out. I think you can do a lot in where you live as well. So I think, yeah, Mandani Bay is definitely the best and most exciting project that we have right now.
And of course, the complete lifestyle destination. And of course, as you shared earlier in your talk, Sir Audie, you have collaborated and brought in the best of the best in the world in terms of investments. How great of an investment increase in value considering everyone on board?
Well, we started selling Mandani Bay in 2016, and at that time, the price that we have is roughly around 100,000 pesos per square meter. Okay, that's Mandani Bay Suites. And the current price right now is around almost more than 160,000 peso per square meter. So on an annual growth basis, that's roughly around 10 to 12% annually. So not bad at all, because you don't see that with your savings account, your time deposits. You don't have that there. But in Mandani Bay, 10 to 12%, more than the inflation, more than the current financial rates that you will see. So for me, it's a very good investment in my.
Yeah, and also you get to experience and enjoy the skills and talents of the best in the world.
Yeah, and on an investor's point of view, especially now that the game has changed, you have to make sure you're able to pick projects that your future tenants or your future buyers would look for. And as I've said earlier, the game is different now. You have to incorporate all these learnings that we had with the pandemic into your design, into the development that you're choosing. So if you say pick a condo right now which do not have, say, an air purifier in their elevator, then maybe that's going to be a concern for someone who's really careful in the way they live in their units, right? So think about that, consider that, and choose projects or developments which already have that, because I'm going to assure you, the market is going to look for that moving forward.
All right. And aside from that, what are Mandani Bay's edge over other developments here in Cebu?
Well, number one, I didn't mention this, but that 20 hectare that you see right there, all of the 20 buildings are going to be built by the developer, HT Land. Okay. While other townships, most developers would sell lots, and they just a few lots, they build buildings. All of the 20 buildings we will build. So what does that mean? As an investor, I will be able to ride on the price increases of the future buildings that the developer will launch. So now it's 160,000 per square meter. But once, like the 7th tower, the 8th tower, the 9th tower is going to be launched, of course, the developer will launch it at a higher price. I will be able to ride on the price increase, meaning to say the value of my investment is going to go up.
Wow, that's great to hear. And aside from the master plan of Mandani Bay, the golden age of infrastructure again is happening, and some of the developments directly affect Mandani Bay, and that's great to hear and know. For one, being or having an investment here in Mandani Bay, so value-wise, safe to say it is going to rise and maybe skyrocket in the coming years.
OJ, I mentioned that the airport is ongoing expansion, right? The one that you see is just phase 1. There will be phase 2, there will be phase 3. The ultimate goal is to have more flights here, more partners coming to Cebu, not just for tourism purposes, but for business purposes. And when they come here, of course, they'll be needing spaces, right?
Yes.
They'll be needing a space to stay or to live. And if you have a development like Mandani Bay, which will be the next few years, 5 to 8 minutes drive from the airport, with all of that amenities right there, it's going to be the top choice of all these foreigners, of all these visitors that we will have here in Cebu in the future.
I couldn't agree more, Sir Audie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sir Philip Tang, for joining us today. Thank you so much as well to Sir Audie Villa for sharing full information and new learnings today. Any last few words, gentlemen? Sir Philip.
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much for today too. Hopefully I will go to Mandalay Bay soon, because the last time I was there is already 2 years ago. So I really want to go back there again.
We will be waiting for you here.
Okay.
Sir Philip.
Yeah.
Sir Audie?
We are looking forward, Philip, to welcome you back to your baby. True. You know, Mandani Bay showroom is your baby, right?
Yep. Yes.
And again, thank you so much. Because of you, we got a lot of international accolades and awards for that showroom. We're very happy. As a Cebuano, you know, people outside of Cebu do not see Cebu as a place to go to check out really nice designs. But you have placed Cebu in the map of interior design. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much.
To all of our guests and viewers, if you want to witness how nice, how great this design is of Mr. Philip Tang, I'm inviting everyone. Pay us a visit. We're at Iswiling Avenue, Mandaue City, or you could call us ahead at 2626-888 or visit our website at www.mandanibay.com. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Audie. Yes, we invite everyone to come here at the Mandani Bay Show Gallery and experience the wonderful designs of Mr. Philip Tang and PTang Studio. Thank you so much once again, Sir Philip Tang, Sir Audie Villa. Guys, that's it. If you have more questions, you can reach out to us through our online channels or through the contact details that will be flashed on your screens after this. Now, I know that this pandemic has taken a toll on everything about our lives, but Mandani Bay is confident that we will rise and overcome any challenges ahead of us. Please stay safe and healthy, and we will see you on our next episode. This has been OJ Simafranca. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.